Abby.
Hey girl, hey.
Why was my microphone muted?
I love that for you.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Sing
yeah.
it to me now.
Let's go Funky Town.
Welcome to the episode.
Hey. Besties.
It is our late night, bestie late nights. So if we seem a little
Episode.
delulu,
It's because we are.
it's because we are, babe. As my phone goes
And-
off, how embarrassing. Sorry.
We love that. But to commemorate this late night episode, we have a little bit of a treat for ourselves. So please hold.
Pills.
I love how I'm trying to pour with a closed.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So delicious.
Proudly, but not financially sponsored by Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir.
Shout out
Pinot
to you.
Noir. If you
Shout
don't,
out
if
to
you've never seen
Titus.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, then you need to fix that. It is a great
Okay.
show. At
Incredible.
first, you watch it and you're like, oh, it's kind of
What
stupid.
am I
But then
watching?
right. Oh, hello. Hi, my name is Kaylee Ann Dominguez.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm Jen Chocolate. We're so bad. Also, welcome or welcome back.
Or welcome
to Uncle
back.
Besties.
Guys, it's been more than a week since you've seen us. We took a break for Thanksgiving.
I hope you didn't forget our
Did
faces.
you miss us? I know. I hope you didn't forget about us. Unfollow. Like, I hope you missed us so much. To all
we
our
missed
people
you.
who are not in America, I'm so sorry that we had to punish you like that.
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're just doing what, we do. But yeah, we already told you guys this is going to be a slightly not delulu, but diluted app.
Yeah,
So-
Delulu nonetheless. Yeah, some updates for
Lululemon.
you. Delululemon. I love that. Update. We well, let's start with the non-update update. Guys,
Yeah.
I found out that Blanket Jackson, that's not his real name. I was like walking around here calling him Blanket, like that was his real name. Like I thought he was just another apple.
No, it's fully a nickname.
But do you know why they call him Blanket?
I'm not sure.
So Michael would put a blanket over him to like shield him from like the press. And that one time that he like put him over the balcony and everybody was like, he's trying to kill the baby.
Right.
He had a blanket over his head. So Blanket Jackson was born. But his name is like BG. I'm probably butchering that. BIGI. BG.
Bijou is
Bijou.
French. Bijou.
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 BG Jackson.
Okay,
What's his sister's
period.
name?
Paris.
April. I don't know
Paris
where I got April
Jackson.
from.
That was. You could have said London.
No, her
literally
name is
anything else.
April.
April Jackson. April Jackson in the cut.
April Jackson.
All right.
But yeah, that's not his real name. So if anybody thought that Blanket Jackson's name was Blanket Jackson, it's not. It's BG. Or like the Bee Gees.
We love the Bee Gees.
We do love the Bee Gees.
It's the way I love that song, but I haven't seen Saturday Night Fever.
I have. I've seen like maybe 20 minutes of it. It's
So
an
we're
old
on the
movie,
same
you know,
boat.
just not. Well, at least I can tell you the plot.
I know John Travolta. That's it.
Okay. What's another update? Disney. We went to Disney.
You guys?
So much fun. Everything we expected and more. It was hot.
It was amazing.
It was clammy. We saw.
It was sweaty.
I got to meet some peoples from afar or up close. Here's some pictures.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct, Mundi. It was honestly a time and a half. And it was so great to get the girl gang back together.
It was.
We love
We
you
miss you
guys.
guys.
Living keys forever.
We celebrated Thanksgiving. We took our annual Thanksgiving picture. Beep, bop,
Gobble,
boop,
gobble.
beep, boop, boop, boop.
Very delish. Very nutrish. And very just soulful. Feed the spirit.
Feed the spirit, indeed. What else? Yeah. Hometown slay.
Yeah. Are we probably like dead tired now?
Mm-hmm.
Hence
the late night episode.
Cheers, bottoms up.
Cheers.
I don't know if you're listening to this at 7 a.m. Maybe bottoms up your coffee. You know? Don't.
Hey, I don't know what you're into.
Hey.
But yeah,
You know
being home was very interesting. Like we like said last time, like it's very interesting. We did indeed have to hide. We did indeed get recognized. Paparazzi following us everywhere. It was very hard.
Oh my god.
Please stop. Like we're people too.
Like Addison Rae reading. Like
just
that
like
was
randomly,
us.
yeah, just walking, reading a book, Addison Rae style, at Publix, being like, "Oh my gosh, aren't you guys the #1 podcast in America?" And like, yes,
Like,
and internationally. You forgot that part.
Yeah. Get it right.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah, but it brought a lot of interesting topics to the front.
That indeed it did.
Would you like to introduce our topic of the day, Jennifer?
So, I can't help but giggle. Because this first thing that we're going to talk about is honestly, you know, we're doing our best to describe it, but genuinely, it's just like one of those things. It's like, if you get it, you get it. And if you don't, you don't. And that's okay.
Right.
You
and
know?
that's okay.
I think it's like a shared lived experience. Like, once I say it, you'll be like, yeah. And this
and you know what? It's very niche to our hometown, but I'm sure that if you lived in a town, if you grew up somewhere, you understand and you can apply it to your clientele or your home base.
The patronage.
Right. The patronage in your city. But yeah,
this phenomenon that we speak of is we've dubbed as West Palm face. Okay.
Indeed.
What indeed is
What
West
does that
Palm
mean,
face?
Jennifer?
Thank you, Kellyanne. It means people that look like they're from West Palm. Wasn't that an amazing descriptor?
Absolutely.
Truly fantastic. But I think it's like one of those things where it's like the definition doesn't really matter, but the examples really make you understand what you're looking at.
It's just like, in essence, it's just like you look at someone and you're like, I swear we went to high school together. Like, I swear. I know where you went to high school for sure.
You look like 12 different people that I know. Fact.
Right. I think the primo example and the one we always talk about, Jack Harlow.
This is our poster child. Oh yeah, poster child for West Palm face.
Our poster child, West Palm face, Jack Harlow. I swear I know where he went to high school.
100%.
He acts like most of the dudes that we grew up with. Like,
fact.
He is West Palm.
Like, there's no better way to describe him. If Jack Harlow was from... Wait, should we give him like a background story? If Jack Harlow was from West Palm... or is that like too much? That might be too much.
If Jack Harlow lived in West Palm...
Like what high school or middle school? That's a good one.
I think that's a little too niche for our viewers. They don't know. Yeah.
Maybe like... I think a good indicator would be like, okay, was he like a beach person? Or was he like a skater? Or was he like sports? And then if he was sports, which one?
Basketball.
You know?
It's kind of like the
Basketball with a
Barbie
little bit of
movie.
beach.
Like
It's a little bit of beach in there.
it's kind of like the Barbie movie where like Ken's sole purpose is beach. Like
Right.
in West Palm, I feel like dudes, they have one personality. My personality is beach. My personality is basketball.
It's
My personality is
basketball,
football.
Football.
Or just like I have no personality.
Right.
That is
Or it's like West Palm. Like that is a person.
West Palm is my personality. Right.
Yeah. And honestly, again, yeah. There's just no other way for us to describe it.
To make it make sense,
Yes.
we'll give you an example of someone who is actually from West Palm.
Correct.
Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo, he will not admit it, and good for him.
Right.
I won't admit it either. Is
right.
from West Palm. His mother lives there, in Boca Raton.
Yeah.
I went to her nail lady once.
Period. Wait, I thought
Jason
he was from
Derulo.
Miami.
Well, his mama lives in Boca.
Yeah, maybe she retired, or he retired her there.
But like, you know, West
But
Palm,
he gives the energy.
South Florida face. It's all the same.
Yeah.
It varies
Honestly,
from like county to county, but like
Right.
South Florida in essence, same.
Oh yeah, you can tell someone
Because
from
like
South
you wouldn't
Florida,
compare
Central Florida.
Jason Derulo to Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying?
No way.
That's literally the only person I can think of that's from South Florida.
Lil Pump.
Lil Pump.
Honestly, just look up a list of like the laundry list of SoundCloud
Pitbull.
rappers. Right. Most of them are from South Florida.
Yeah. Represent.
Pitbull. Boom, boom, shake, now drop.
I think a time when this comes about often for us is when we're like, we'll see something. I'm like, wait a minute, I know that guy. Like it's just a random picture. One time, somebody had sent a picture of a famous celebrity that we all know and love, and I was like, "Did you guys go to high school with him, or like, what? Why are you sending this to us?" And they're like, "No, that's Zayn Malik." I'm like,
yeah.
Wait,
and here's the image in question.
It just gave like, I don't know what it is about our home people in our hometown, but they love a photo shoot
and they love a garage. They love a parking garage.
They love a garage, love a photo shoot, like everywhere, especially with a car. So when we saw that picture of Zayn with the car posted up, I was like, yeah, that's just some guy we went to high school with. No big deal.
Fact. And there's always like, yeah, no. Again, it's really something that's just like, it is very niche, but like the more people we add to it, like they're adding up to something. What is it exactly? You come up with that. I think a great example of a woman who gives West Palm face is season 1 Kris Jenner on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like
absolutely.
That is a mother from West Palm Beach. Like to the T.
Again, like we explained with the men, women have the same thing too. They're either like now they've kind of dwarfed into like the Lululemon, but also like Lily is another one.
And the Jack Rogers. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Beach or God. Like just like rich bitch energy.
Right.
Or
it's
just
like giving yogi vibes, like
yogi.
Really like chill, you know, we're gonna
organic
wear like, jeans and or Birkenstocks. Like a lot of different things happening.
But at the core, loved Lily. Like was a Lily bitch at one time.
And honest to God, as a West Palm Palmlinite, whatever. Palmlinite. As a West Palmlinite, yeah, you have to go through a Lily phase. We went through a Lily phase. It is what it is. It's like, it's something in the water. Like when you're drinking it, you're just like, oh my God, I love Lily. And I think.
And like at the time, like it's iconic. You don't want to wear anything else.
You couldn't tell me. You could not tell me. Luckily, I don't think I never wore Lily. I did. You did.
I did. I'll admit it. Because listen, I think there's something in the bright colors, the saturation, like it gives off some kind of dopamine. Like I think that's what it is.
I think the reason, well, it's multiple reasons I never wore Lily. One, I don't have $1 million. But
well,
two,
every
could
Lily I
always
had
do
was
sale.
secondhand.
Oh,
It was
period.
secondhand.
No, but the consignment store is $8. Also, consignment
Also.
with Lily. But also, like, they didn't fit my body. Because
And they didn't fit mine either. But girl, I made that shit work.
she said, "Oh my god,
I'm
I
not
love
leaving.
this. I love shift dresses." Yeah, a shift. My body was not made for a shift dress. If you don't know what a shift dress is, here it is. Think Jackie Kennedy. Honestly, to this day, when I realized that is the same person, like it is a little crazy.
Yeah.
Because what? But like she kind of put West Palm on the map, which is really weird.
She really did. Trump who?
Right.
She did that.
Jackie O put West Palm on the map, like, and don't let anyone else say otherwise.
Right. I thought I spilled my wine. I drink wine. That's a song by Adele.
It's wonderful. That album, fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah, also
30.
like a Jack Rogers phase.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go through it,
dude. And like my plantar fasciitis, like I don't know how I did that for so long. Like
those
flat
ass shoes.
How did I do that?
Plastic on plastic.
Not plastic. It's like wood.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
And I remember like the real like girlies that were into those shoes. Like I remember one girl, that one, number one. But one girl sat me down and she's like, actually, Palm Beach sandal is the originator, like giving me like the whole tea. And so I had a Palm Beach sandal.
No. Listen to this story. So I forget his name, but there was somebody who did it beforehand. It was some Italian dude. No. Some Italian dude did it first. I forget the name. I'll text it to you later so you can add it here.
Beautiful.
But he originated the shoe.
Right.
Jack Roger saw the shoe, took the idea, and he worked. I could be butchering this. He worked for Palm Beach Sandals. Palm Beach Sandals like fucked him over. He then made Jack Rogers, and nobody wears Palm Beach Sandals anymore.
Oh, interesting. That makes sense. Yeah. That actually makes sense. Because I just knew that Palm Beach Sandal came out with the design first.
Right.
And like that's what Jackie O was wearing. She was wearing Palm Beach Sandals. She never wore Jack Rogers.
Right.
But then Jack Rogers made it with plastic, or not plastic. Yeah, with plastic instead of leather because it was cheaper, whatever. But like people went to that because it was more comfortable, I guess, than the leather.
I never wore a Jack Roger with plastic.
They're never leather. All of those are plastic. They're not leather.
Mine was like wood.
No, I mean the top part. The top, like yours were gold. That gold thing was plastic. It wasn't made out of leather. It was like fabric. Not fabric, but it wasn't leather, like real genuine leather. That was Palm Beach Sandals like selling with like we're authentic genuine leather. And then Jack Rogers like, bitch, I don't care because I got the clients. They'll wear freaking garbage bags if I put them. And Jack Roger was right. They would. I would.
He was. We did.
And then it was funny because like there was a transitional period where then Jack Rogers was out and then it became the Tory Burch sandal, the Miller sandal.
Right.
Yeah.
When we went from Jack's to Tory's.
Yeah.
And that's when I said, why are we hurting ourselves?
Where
I have to stop.
What are we doing?
What are we doing indeed? Because like it was crazy.
You went from paying $100 for a piece of shit to $200 for
I think that's because in that transitional period, I think that's when we started buying our own shit. So then it was like
the Millers were really popping like right when we started college. Like right that senior year to college, that's when it transitioned to the Miller shoe. So it was like, oh, like I could get in on this, but also like I'm about to leave town, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. Well, I stayed.
Right. So then I never got into it. I was just like, yeah, bye.
I think for me, I was just like, I'm buying my own shit now. Like, I'm not gonna pay for that.
$200 for plastic.
I haven't even
sandals?
gotten in. I haven't even gotten in on the hokas. As much as I want them, I can't bring myself. You really got to get me intoxicated one day to buy them because I want them. Like, I see the point. I cannot spend.
Kale is very like
$200.
It's not $200. Number one, it's $150.
Oh Jesus! The thing is, they don't have kids sizes. Like, they don't got kids shoes. Like, I would buy it if it was a kid's shoe.
They don't have kid sizes. It's literally an adult shoe. They're amazing. They truly are amazing. And I'm trying to just they're truly amazing. And honestly, I need to use them more. I would.
You don't even use them?
I don't wear them. Where am I going to wear them?
I don't know. It's your job.
I'm not wearing that to my job. I'm the cute one in the front. You can't make those cute. Feetsies. Yes, they do. And all my outfits, like, the shoes are part of it. One thing I will say, and I've said since the beginning, the shoes are incredible. They're amazing. Love them. I hate them, though. I hate the design. I think they're ugly. I think they're one of the ugliest shoes I've ever seen, honestly. And then you're like, then why did you buy them?
I really don't think so.
I hate them.
They just look like any old sneaker to me.
No, there's something about it that I'm just like, ew. I'm like, if it wasn't for the comfort, I would be throwing up at this shoe. And honestly, before I bought them, I hated them. But I was like, no, like, let me test the hype, see if it's like real. And it is. But like, I still detest them, and I still think they're the ugliest thing ever. But they already got my money, so it doesn't really matter. Congrats to them. Even in hate, they're making money. So like,
right.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, West Palm Face.
Dude, let me tell you, I haven't had enough of this wine, but I feel a little something. I do.
A little tipsy.
I do feel a little tipsy. I only have like 1.5. Hey.
Honestly, like, especially red wine. You don't need to drink a lot of this, and you're good.
But you see it in my eyes. Look,
I can see it in your eyes. You're angry. Let me stop. Last but not least, an honorable mention of West Palm Face is none other than
Reese Witherspoon.
Love Reese.
I see it. I love her. I love her. The Boots house down. She is an icon. She's an icon living.
Everything.
I love her.
Everything. One of my favorite white women
ever. Love you. She does give West Palm Face though. Like she low key, like I see her at like picking up her kids at equestrian trails. Like I see it.
Oh my god, yeah.
In her little Range Rover, like I see it. She lives in Olympia. I know her.
100%. If not Olympia, Aero Club.
Oh my god, Aero Club for sure.
Yeah, she lives in Aero Club, and literally like does Pilates. No, not Pilates. Hot yoga.
Hot yoga.
Yeah, because hot yoga. And she goes to Pura Vida every morning for a smoothie. And she's just living her life with an extra spirulina shot because she needs it. She needs it. Hello?
She does need it.
And she's going to go to Lululemon.
Yeah.
Buy some more workout sets.
I'm curious to see like how that translates to y'all's hometowns. Like, what does it mean to be from X? Like, to have X face? Like, shout out, like, put some people out and like be like, this guy looks like he's from my hometown. He probably isn't. He probably doesn't even know what that is.
No idea.
Straight from Decatur. I just want to know. I don't think anybody in Decatur is listening, but
like if you are, shout out.
Hey, shout out
Decatur, Georgia. Why did I literally swallow Georgia like that? Crazy.
Georgia.
be safe, kids. Drink responsibly. But yeah, no, like it's just very fascinating, truly.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, West Palm Face, you guys.
West Palm
That's all.
Face.
That's all. It's a time.
Our
It's a
next
moment.
segment is similar to West Palm Face, but it's more of a shout out, if you will,
Absolutely.
to our hometown heroes, not Higglytown heroes. That thing on Disney Junior. Do you remember that show? It's Higglytown
Yes.
heroes, hometown heroes, which simply means someone who decided to stay home and flourished. And shout out to them. They're braver than most Marines.
Absolutely.
If
Hence
I'm
why they're
butchering
heroes.
this, right? Hence why they're heroes. The few, the proud. I think that's the Marine saying. Maybe not. Maybe I always get it confused because I want to say that's either like FIU's thing or it's the Marines. I have no idea.
The way that it really could be one, like the two that you're comparing it to is crazy.
Right. What's the similarity?
None.
The
Bird?
saying, I guess. I really do think it's the Marines. The Marines, a few, the proud.
Okay, period. So not FIU. You got it. Period.
Yeah, the Marines. Period. She's smart.
Slay. But yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
all
the
the
few, the
hometown
proud.
heroes.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I don't care what anybody says. You are doing the Lord's work. You really are.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
if you are able to flourish in your hometown, that just says a lot about your character and your
Absolutely.
tenacity. Because for a lot of
Absolutely.
people, it's like, okay, for a lot of people, I don't need to talk about a lot of people. I can talk about us. Our little pot that we grew in, we outgrew the pot. And like, there was no more room to grow in our pot. So we left the pot
Right.
to a newer and bigger pot. But if you are able to take your pot and somehow reconstruct it to make room for yourself, that's freaking amazing, dude. Like,
Right.
that is no small feat, like, at all.
Absolutely
So, like,
not. Yeah.
give yourself a pat on the back, truly. Because, again, that's not easy. Choosing to stay home, whatever the circumstance may be. But choosing to stay home is not an easy decision, like, ever.
Right, because it comes with a lot of things, like a lot of people may put on old things that you've done in the past on you that's not you anymore.
Correct.
And a lot of people will not allow you to grow. There's sometimes that people will try to, again, like I said, put things of the past onto who you are in today's sense. And
Right.
like, sometimes you might just succumb to that and be like, well, you know what? If everybody thinks this is who I am, then yeah, I'll be that. But to flourish and, like you said, like, take your circumstances and make something out of it, like, big old props.
Prop to you.
But yeah.
Anyways.
Hometown heroes.
We stand with you.
We saw you.
We fight with you. We love you.
We don't fight with you, but we love you.
No, we fight
beside
actually, you in another place.
Yeah, in another place. In our hearts. But not physically.
In our hearts.
Never physically.
You are brave.
We are not.
And I think it's so funny, like, anytime, like, I know you got this comment too, like, oh my God, you moved to New York. Like, you're so brave. Oh, you moved to Chicago. You're so brave. I'm like, that was the easiest decision of my life.
Right.
Just like,
that was such
do I want to be here? No.
There
you go. End of story.
Right. I think it's just like, it's not for everybody, like deciding to move, especially far away from your hometown, like, it's not easy. Some people,
and not to say
really
it came with its difficulties. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that if you are currently a hometown hero and you don't want to be, like, that's something that we can speak on. But like, just deciding to stay on, that's something that we know nothing about, because that wasn't our journey and that wasn't our song, and nor did we want it to be. So, but I think deciding to move far away from your family and from everything that like, yes, it is scary. But on the same token, our story is not unique. Like, we are not the first, nor will we be the last. Like, I think a lot of times when I speak to people who want to make that jump but don't, are because they're scared and they
Rightfully
think
so.
that it's this they think it's this big novel thing. But I think once you break it down into I'm just moving, like then it's like
The
it
same
makes
way
it
you moved into
easier
your
almost
college
to make that
dorm.
right.
If
it makes
you
it
did that,
easier.
even absolutely. And just like you said, it's like in a weird way, it sounds kind of like it sounds backhanded, but it actually does help when you're just like, you are not the first person to do this. Like anything.
Right.
You're not the first one. So just know that like there is a pathway somewhere
Right.
along the way that
There's
you'll figure
a
it out.
key. Like somebody can help you along the way and help you do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yes, like obviously everybody's situation is different. Everybody's situation is unique. Like, but on the same token, like there are people to help you. And so just allow them to help you. I think that's another thing that holds people back is that they want to do it on their own and they want to like just struggle, like bust it through. But like there's people to help
For
you.
what?
Ask for help.
What? And please. And also like that time is so vital and so important. It's like that's really the time to lean on your support people. Because you are making a big change. Like it's not a big deal in the sense of like everybody moves every day. Cool.
Right.
But it's like you're moving today or like you're moving in X amount of time.
Right.
It is still like nerve-wracking and all the things. And by no means are we diminishing that. But it's like knowing that the risk, the reward is way greater than the risk.
Right.
And like you will be okay. You'll be okay.
Or even if it helps to like right, even if it helps to like think about it not from your current perspective but from your future perspective, like what helped me was thinking like Kaylee Ann living in Chicago for a year is like how silly. Like like really it was
what a fool.
Like thank you for doing everything you did, but like girl, we're fine.
If anything, we're thriving.
Right.
Like, fully.
And so I think taking yourself out of the situation and being this isn't for me. I'm doing all this stuff to set up my friend who lives in Chicago. Like this is for her. It's not for me.
Really close friend. Just
really close. I love her.
Right. Helping her out. Whatever.
Right.
And I think it's kind of playing off of that. It's like you can do two things. If you're a little bit unsure and, you know, should I stay or should I go? There's going to be way more music.
Right.
But if you're kind of like at a crossroads, I have another one queued up. I'm going to pass it. And I'm trying to be serious, but like I just keep doing it. If you're at a crossroads between like choosing, you know, do I stay and do the thing that I know, or do I do something completely different out of my comfort zone? I think just like you said, like think about it in the year context. So you have lived your life already the way that it is for X amount of time. I'd want you to imagine yourself a year from today, like that, what you've already done. Do you feel like you'll grow some more? Do you feel like what is that person in the future a year from now? Like what are they like? Are they happier? Are they more sad? Are they depressed? Like if you had to imagine being in your position for one more year, what does that feel like? Now imagine yourself in another situation in 1 year. How do you think that person's doing? You know, are they happier? Are they sad? Are they, you know, doing new experiences? Whatever. Like putting it like that, and really I think that will really help you like decide like, you know, because sometimes you do just need more time. Like it's not for everyone to just be like, yeah, screw it, I'm done. But no, sometimes you do need, maybe if you were to do that analysis, be like, oh yeah, like 1 more year, like I could totally do that, and you know, maybe that will set me up, blah blah blah. Or it could be like, yeah, actually, like no, I'm buying a ticket right now.
Or even like cross-referencing that analysis with a friend, a close friend who's going to tell it to you straight. Because The person in your head sometimes is very mean. She's a bitch. She's rude.
Sometimes.
And she will tell you lies. Or he or they or whatever.
Right.
They will say, you know, you can't do this
Right.
because how are you going to do that? You don't know how to do that. You've never done that before. How? And then you can kind of convince yourself like, well, yeah, I can't. That I'm crazy.
You're going to start listening to that person, but I want you to also think about that little person in your head talking to you. They're not getting paid. You know, they're probably hungry. They haven't had a Snickers. They're just pissed, and the way they get fueled up is by more negative energy. So you just keep going. That just gets them big and big and big and full,
right,
to the point to where you're like, yeah, they are right. But really question it. Be like, bitch, are you just hungry? And you want me to give you more negative thoughts to feed into
Right.
your delusion? Like, no. I'm leaving, or I'm stopping the conversation. But you have to kind of learn that balance, because you could definitely spiral in both ways, where it's just like,
right.
talk yourself out of it eventually. But then it's like, you might regret that decision. Who knows? But we're very much firm believers. It's like, I want to regret nothing. We want to regret nothing in our lives. I would rather say, you know what? I did it. I tried. I failed.
Right.
You can't really fail in life. Everything's a lesson. So it's like,
Right.
I just made a mistake. Mistakes are good. Then you just know what to do for the next time.
Moving on.
Okay. At least you did it, though. Instead of just being
Right.
like, you want to be 80 and be like, yeah, you know, I had the opportunity.
I wish I would have done it.
Why did we turn into like 90-year-old white men? Like, I don't even know. From Decatur, Georgia.
From Decatur, Georgia.
Eating applesauce.
But yeah.
But
I
yeah.
think, you know, just do, if there's something that's truly on your heart and you have, in a way, this is a phrase I say often, like, you have a peace about it, like, then it is for you. Like, and if something is truly dead set on your mind, like, and it's positive, like, you know that only positive things can come of it. If you're fixated on doing something so much, then maybe that's something you truly want to do, and maybe you should listen. Like
a concept.
If it's positive.
If it's positive, okay,
yeah.
Don't misconstrue our words. Yeah, okay,
right.
No.
I didn't give you permission to do something bad. That wasn't me. But
just know too that,
I just think. But again, lean on your friends. Talk it out. Talk it to somebody. Again, and if there's 10 people saying yes and maybe 2 people saying no, then listen to the majority.
We're gonna do jury, okay? I know for the jury you have to come to a unanimous vote, but if 17 people are your and 2 are no, yeah, bye. We're actually gonna remove the jurors.
Because there's gonna be some people that like, how are you gonna do that?
Right.
I'm
but also you have to beware that a lot of the times it's like the negative jurors, like, you're gonna label them as like, oh, it's that person and that person, but really it's you.
Mm-hmm.
You are the most negative juror. You are ruling in the favor against yourself.
Right.
And that's when you have to like do a step back and be like, whoa, why am I betting against myself? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Why am I getting in my own way? You have to get out of the way. Okay?
Right.
So you can live your life.
Well, that's step number 1. You got to get out of your own way first.
The end.
That's like numero uno. Hello?
Literally speaking numero uno. Numero umbo. Literally speaking from my own experience, it's like, I had the opportunity to move to New York. It was set up like perfectly. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to do it. Because again, your first thought, scared. I'm scared. New York City, it's cold. It's New York with the lights. But literally, like, when I tell you, like, everything was set up like perfectly, it was just like a seamless transition. And I said no originally. And I said no multiple times.
Right.
And then I talked to my friends. I talked to my friend right here. And she said, get your head out of your fucking ass and shut up. And you know what? I listen, because I know when she
well,
speaks to me
first I set it up. I said,
She did.
I talked to the people who were going to help you, and I said,
Right.
what are you saying? Because what I'm saying, she's not listening. So
Right.
clearly she's not understanding how good of an opportunity this is.
Right. Right.
So I
And I
had to
wasn't.
speak to them and say, you need to say different words because she's not listening to the words you're currently communicating. Because
It's
if
not
I heard those
English
words,
either.
I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm in. But she's not understanding those words. You need to switch up those words. So then they switched up their words, and I stuck with my own. And I said, you heard that?
Okay. So
Yeah, do that shit.
you're done.
You
And
would
I
be dumb
also
if you
think-
did it.
Right. And I needed to hear that. Where it's just like, it's so obvious that like you gotta do it. But I think it's like in situations like that, it's like that's when you really have to check yourself and be like, why couldn't I accept the fact that like something really amazing was being catered to me and like and an amazing opportunity was coming to me and like it was just perfect. Everything I wanted on a silver platter. And it was in my face and I was like, huh?
Right.
And I think that was lesson number one. It's like, you know, when you have dreams that are really big and you've always just like, I'm going to be there one day or I'm going to do that one day. You never actually prepare yourself for the moment it actually happens. Like, ever.
Right.
And when it does, it's like extremely shocking and like so scary. Like, so scary.
Right.
But you accept it because you know that it was a thing. It was like, I know me in a couple months is like, are you joking?
Like
But me right now, I'm like, like what's going on? But I was like, yes, thank you. Like crying, like terrified. But do it scared. If you're scared, be scared. That's fine. But just do it scared then. There's nothing wrong with that. Like
right.
at some point you gotta do something. Make a decision. And it's
Right.
not easy, but you could be making it harder. So stop that.
Right. Absolutely.
The end.
I don't know. I think I had the adverse effect. I think I
Mhm.
was a little too delusional that everything was peachy keen, everything was fine because it was almost too perfect. Like everything kind of worked out on its own. Like yes,
Seamlessly.
I did those steps. Like I did that, but
Right.
everything I was doing, I wasn't being faced with challenges. It was just like,
Correct.
okay,
It was just like, okay,
here you go.
next.
And it wasn't until I got here that I was like, what the hell did I just do?
Wait, whoa,
like,
whoa.
Hello? What just happened? I went from living in a small college town
Yeah.
in Tallahassee, Florida.
Yep.
I now have no car.
Yeah.
I have a 1-bedroom apartment in Chicago, Illinois. Like I just drove 16 hours in a minivan with my dog.
You're starting grad school?
I didn't even apply to grad school yet. I just was like, I'm gonna get in. What?
Listen, we're Delulu queens over here. Number one,
and it happened,
but it wasn't even delusional.
It was delusional because I was just like, everything's fine. I'm okay. Like, and it wasn't until like I actually sat down that I was like, I broke down. I was like, I'm terrified. What did I just do? I got a little too close to the sun there. Like I got a little too
Icarus. Had your Icarus moment for sure.
And I was like, I don't know who to be. How do I manage the cold? How do I my biggest fear? People were talking about, Chicago's a very dangerous city, which it isn't. Talking about Chicago's a very dangerous city. You're gonna get killed. There's a winter. My biggest fear was a blizzard coming. How's my dog gonna shit in a blizzard? That was my biggest fear. I wasn't scared about how I was gonna live in Chicago. I wasn't scared of transportation. I wasn't scared of any of the things that you should be scared of. My biggest fear was the blizzard.
Right.
An unknown blizzard that could come.
You'd be snowed in and you're like, what do I do now?
What do I do? What does that mean to have a snow day? I don't know. Is that a thing for adults? I don't know.
Yeah.
I still don't know.
Do you have to go to work? Like, I don't even know.
I don't know. I haven't experienced that one yet. But yeah, I think whatever spectrum you're on, friends, either way, we are products of it. It works out.
It does.
After I broke down, I said, "You're okay." That needed to happen.
My breakdown. I have a 40-minute video of myself crying while I'm packing.
I have a
before
20
my
minute,
flight.
20 minutes. I'm just like,
It's
what did
me
you do?
Profusively crying, like actively crying. And my flight was like the next morning at 6 a.m. because I'm a nut. But I'm literally like packing. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm crying. Like, I really don't know. And it's just me doing that for 40 minutes. But it was just like, it's the emotion. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it just has to be released. And it's like something about that, after that cry, that really long cry, you're like, okay.
Whew, okay, that was crazy. Moving on.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm going to be
Yeah.
okay. And look at
And
us.
we were.
Freaking
Hey.
rock stars.
#1 podcast in America. Come on.
Like,
and international.
Come on. How do you think we got here? We wouldn't be here if we stayed in West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm just letting you know. Oh
just
my
saying
God.
that for us and our experience.
For us. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Like, when you think of like butterfly effect, or like, every action has a whatever.
I already told you. I'm not going to say it specifically because it's a little too on the nose, but there's somebody that I follow on TikTok that I see her and I'm like, that was my future. That was my future. And you know what? I'm so glad I'm not waking up at 4 a.m. to feed 4 kids breakfast. So.
But that, yeah. I honest to God don't know. What would my life be if I stayed home? I really have no idea.
I probably would have been married.
You would be on your,
I probably,
we're 20 or 24. You'd definitely be on your either second kid.
Second kid's on the way for sure.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Moving on. Well, on the same topic, speaking to our friends who maybe just moved to a colder state other than Florida or California or Texas, somewhere that doesn't really get a cold climate and didn't experience all 4 seasons growing up.
Never.
This is for you.
Yeah.
We're going to call it our brown bestie tips and tricks to winter. Start us off, Jennifer.
You guys, you need to moisturize. We've talked about this before. We talked about it before. We briefly mentioned it, but we have to reiterate. Moisturization, okay?
I found the lotion, everybody. I know you were wondering.
Period.
It's the coconut body butter by Trader Joe's. Very delicious.
There's layers to this shit, man. Like, for real.
I have my layers ready. This is my moisturizing layers. I'm going to go in with the Jergens Cocoa Radiant first. This is typically right outside the shower.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's just because I shower before I go anywhere. But then I'm going to go in with this Cocoa Radiant on top. Easy.
No, the body butter.
The body butter, yes. Sorry, yes. Coconut body butter. I'm drunk. Be quiet. But yeah, so.
Yeah.
I'm going in with this all over my body.
Yeah.
All over. Hands, everywhere. So then we're going to focus this on the joints.
Mm-hmm. You guys?
Primarily the joints. Because the joints are going to get cracked faster. Frictionized. Then I'm going to put this on both of these on my hands, but as I'm going throughout my day, this is my lifesaver. She's in every single bag of mine. I love her. Gold's Bond. But here's the trick. At first I hated her because I was like, she's gross. She makes my hands feel weird. But I will give you a demonstration of how you have to apply.
Let's see. For those of you who are listening audibly, she put a dime-sized amount on her hand. And she's now quickly creating heat, generating heat, and invigorously Yes. Distributing the lotion
Right.
throughout.
So you have to warm up the product, because if you just
Yeah.
go straight in, she's gonna cause a little. She's gonna fight back. She
Snap,
does
crackle,
not
pop.
want to move. But you have to warm her up, and then you can apply her everywhere, and then it's like an oil. But yeah,
Slang.
that's my plan of attack.
Routine. For me, I love to go in with a classic Aveeno. That's my usual like Aveeno lotion.
Right.
It's been that for years. But once we get into the wintertime, that's my summer lotion. Once we get into the wintertime, Nivea. I prefer a thicker cream
Okay.
because I feel like it has that greasiness to it. Grease is good, okay? Moisture.
Absolutely.
It's extra layers. So it's like I'm getting the
In
moisture of
the
lotion.
winter.
Winter,
Yes.
winter. A thick cream. I prefer a thicker lotion. And it has that residue, but it's like it feels like oily afterwards. So it's like you're
Right.
just shiny and brilliant and beautiful.
Right.
Love that. For hand cream, I do have my summer hand cream is like
Right.
water
My
based.
summer is different from my winter.
We are focusing on winter, you guys. This
Right. Focusing.
Vaseline Cocoa Glow.
Show it close to the camera. Thank
Cocoa
you.
Glow. Ew, my hands look so gross up close. Anyways,
Okay.
Yeah.
Vaseline Cocoa Glow for your hands.
This stuff, it's perfect. Like you just need a little bit because it does get a little messy. I'm not gonna lie, but
Okay.
I like that it's flat because it can relatively go into anything, as opposed to like a little bottle. But it's thick. It will keep your hands nice and moisturized because your hands get. I don't know about y'all, my hands get dry. Okay, like quickly.
Mm-hmm.
2 hand washes,
Especially right here.
Oh, honey, and then it's white. Okay.
Right.
There's nothing more embarrassing to me than having crinkly, crackly
Mine
hands.
is when my pants ride up a little bit. You can see my ankles. I'm like, please don't look at me. I'm putting on lotion right now. Don't even look at me.
If I
I can't tell you, especially since I work on the floor with kids, like,
yeah,
and then I'll do like crisscross applesauce, and then my pants will ride up a little bit. I'm like, I know
Wow.
you're 2 years old, but like, please don't perceive me that way. Like, ew.
Don't clock me right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, Aki, moisturize. You have to. And also, we mentioned it before, lips. I'm prone to cold sores, so I'm always reapplying. Always, always, always. If you are prone to cold sores, get a lip balm with SPF in it so that you're getting that extra layer of protection. So I do like a lip balm, then I'll do.
Here's a bestie trick. I only do that in the summer, but I will say that, what's the name?
Which one?
Not Sunbum. The one that everybody
EOS?
loves no. The sunblock that everybody uses.
Supergoop.
Supergoop has a lip gloss that has
Yeah.
SPF in it. So if you want to use
Do
that, so you're still being super stylish, use
But
that.
like slang. I'll just layer. I'll do my lip balm with SPF and then I'll do like a gloss on top, or right now I'm really into Carmex. So Carmex, bring that back. Aquaphor, thick.
I love
thick,
Carmex.
thick layers, and just keep reapplying, keep hydrating, because that's what causes the cracks, because lack of moisture. Protect yourself, please.
I will say on the case of layering,
yeah,
I also layer my perfumes because
absolutely
we're going to be layering. There's a lot of stuff that can get trapped. I'm not going to spray my body outside the shower and then put on a bunch of clothes. You can't smell me no more.
No.
So while I'm doing my little lotion routine, I'm going to go in with I Love Me Frenchie. Ashley Tizio, if you're watching, please sponsor me.
Please, please.
This Glow On perfume oil, delicious. I will say her regular oil works just fine too. Just to put that in the spaces where you know you're going to be applying perfume, just so it sticks. So I'll typically like put that right here, right here, right here, right here. Maybe sometimes I'll put it right here, not in the armpit, just like in that area,
on
and
the
then
side.
it'll go and it's
all
delicious.
the sprays. Right. And if you don't have like the glow oil, you can always use like petroleum jelly. Like
Right,
that
petroleum
is an age-old
jelly
trick.
or coconut oil.
Right. Rub it on the palms in the back, wherever you put perfume, and then just and it will stay.
It will stay all day. Yeah,
all day. But also, like, you guys, like, we didn't even like add like scent to it, but like winter scents are different from summer scents.
Yes.
Like
you
need
gotta
to
be
transition.
wearing. Absolutely. This
And,
coconut,
like,
I will say, it's not very heavy. It's not very thick on the coconut smell.
Right.
I understand, some people have their. I think that's something I really learned in adulthood is that scents are more than just your classic Bath and Body Works. Like, I would implore people to find their signature scent.
Mm-hmm.
My signature scent is it's from Zara.
Yeah.
And it's called Orchid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't bought it in a million years because I thought it was going out of stock. So Jennifer kindly bought me like 25. And so I have for a good while. But it's back. It didn't go out of stock.
Right.
I want to say it's Orchid.
It is Orchid.
I have to go find it. I was correct, friends. So Yama Orchid.
I'm just pouring the rest of my wine. There's literally a
period. Cheers.
My signature scent is also from Zara, but unlike Kilian, I will not be sharing with everyone because I am a serial gatekeeper. Sorry. But it's amazing and it's incredible, and it is my go-to scent. Like, I will without a doubt always get complimented on it. People always think like, oh my god, they think it's like I spent $400. Like, no bitch, it's from Zara. I'm not going to tell you which one.
Yes,
it's
I will
Zara.
say this is my summer scent. I've decided.
Oh yeah.
So Ashley, if you take that away from me, I'm gonna be upset. But that's my summer scent.
Right.
But I'm still gonna use, because they go well together, I'm still gonna use the glow oil, which has the same scent underneath, and then just put my orchid on top.
Exactly. But my winter scent has been this oud that shout out to Daphne. She gave it to me for Christmas last year, and it just smells so like, I don't know, like very sultry, very just like deep. I think it's perfect for like winter. It smells very dark, like that.
Right.
Is great description. But yeah, you guys, like, and I thought like, oh, I found my signature scent, so like I can only wear this. But it's like, no, I can just layer the two, and that will be transitioning into my winter moment. And then I can go bounce right back into spring because it is very light.
And just because it's your signature scent, you might have different. Like, I have like a one again from Zara. I love the Zara perfume collection.
Zara perfumes. If you guys aren't using them,
Jennifer put me on.
Yeah,
but
get on that.
Zara. I have another one that's like, it tastes a little sweeter. Like, if there's something that like I wouldn't have, like, obviously have your main hoe, and then you can have some side bitches as well.
Absolutely, you gotta have side bitches.
But it's like for like special events. Like, okay, I'm gonna go to this event. I want to smell like this. I want to smell like that. You can have your different things, but on your regular day to day, you're gonna go back to your main bitch, because I think of it as like, if I'm not around, people like smell that and they're like, oh, it's Kellyanne. I love her.
Exactly. And again, I think we've mentioned this before, but personally, it's like there's no better compliment to me than you smell so good.
Because our biggest fear is that we
smell terrible. Right. And so for you to tell me like I smell good, I'm like,
Thank you. I worked really hard on that.
I really did, even though I just sprayed like 18 times, and I spray so much throughout the day. Like, it's really a problem.
I have one at work.
You won't catch us
just because I'm terrified, especially because I work with kids with disabilities, and sometimes their hygiene is not on 10. Like, I'm like, I need to smell better.
Right.
And I know, whatever. Whatever. You can
anyways, moisturize and layer.
moving on to more winter
preference.
tips and tricks. Just because it's cold outside,
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you need to dress like a fat slouch. You can dress cute in the winter. It is possible.
Yeah. Honestly, I would even argue and say that you dress cuter in the winter than you do in the summer.
I do too. I think so. I think it's because you give more of an effort in the winter. You are actually slaying. In the summer, you're slaying because you're scantily clad. And like obviously if my tit is out, I'm gonna look hot.
Exactly.
But when the winter, I feel like you actually look good because without your features. Like this is like a cute outfit, but I'm not showing nothing.
But look,
except my shoulders, which in high school they told me that they were very hot.
School dress code in high school is really on something.
Oh, please, moving on.
Yeah, but anyways, that's what I'm saying. Like, even this, I have a leather blazer on. I'm not doing anything special. I have a leather blazer and a bandeau, but just because I have a blazer on, automatically, whoa, tried. It's like simple slay, and what I love about winter, especially I'm realizing like you can still wear the summer outfits. You just have to winterfy them. Like literally put on a mesh bodysuit. One thing about me, I love a mesh
Jennifer
bodysuit.
loves a mesh bodysuit.
I love it. You put on a mesh bodysuit, you put on your normal summer outfit. Okay, maybe not jean shorts. Okay. You know, within reason. You can put a summer top. Let me be specific. Put on your summer top, mesh bodysuit underneath, whatever pants that are appropriate for you.
I think for me, sometimes it could go both ways. Sometimes when I do that, it kind of can give Modest is Hottest, like back in our church days, like putting on. I have this like overall thing that I wear in the summer that is just like spaghetti straps, but wearing that sometimes with like a turtleneck, I'm like, I look like I'm just trying to cover myself for church.
Hey,
gotta take my birth control. Please hold.
Anyways, you know what would save that outfit? A mesh bodysuit. End of story.
End of story.
Because what I love about a mesh bodysuit is that skin is still being shown, but
absolutely
not fully. And so there's something about that, like,
yeah,
I'm showing that I'm not.
Yes, I also like still wearing skirts.
Oh yeah,
but wearing like what's the word? Like tights under, not tights, but like stockings.
Stockings.
Yeah.
Oh, love that.
Love a stocking.
And it's just like, again, you can make a cute little moment out of that with some boots. Like, I think, again, like you said, you have to try harder in the winter to be cute because your natural inclination is what? Let's grab the sweatsuit. Let's grab the hoodie. Let's just dress for being warm. Boring. You're leaving your house. Make every moment like an event. Like, that's how I see it. I'm like, absolutely. Oh, I know I'm cold. This is obvious. Everybody's cold, okay? This is nothing new.
But here's my mantra, okay? My mantra that I've taught myself is,
and it works.
I am not cold. It is cold outside.
The end.
It is cold outside, but me and my body, we are warm.
I'm warm.
And we are good. I'm not cold.
Keep saying
it's
that.
Cold outside.
Keep saying that. Repeat.
And it works because you're like, in a way, it's like the cold air is touching my skin. So it's cold outside, but I'm okay.
Right. I'm fine. I'm literally
I'm not cold. It's cold outside.
Is it gaslighting in its finest? Absolutely. But you have to do that. Because what is the alternative? Put on the hoodie and the sweat? No.
Mm-hmm.
No. I would implore you guys, even if you're going to, do whatever, if you're stepping out for like a moment, leave the sweats at home. Okay? No hoodie, no sweater. Not even a sweater. I'm really going to even push you to do that. Like, don't do a sweater. Because I feel like a sweater is a cop-out.
Well, what do you mean by sweater?
Like, if, let's say, give me an event to dress for.
I'm just going to dinner. Simple slay.
Okay. If you were to put on a sweater, like a normal, like a twill sweater or like a regular sweater.
Like the sweater I wore last week.
Yeah. If you're to put that with like jeans and boots, boring cop out outfit. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. If you're leaving your house to go somewhere to like, I'm going to do dinner with friends and like meet up and whatever, it's like you're hot. Like you're still hot. There's ways to show. I'm not saying be naked in 20-degree weather. No, but there's
Right.
other ways to show the goods without giving, the milk for free. Okay? So
Okay.
I would implore you guys, like, test yourself. Don't give in to the sweater. Don't give in to the hoodie. It's so easy. It's so easy. Just slap it on. It's so easy.
Right.
Don't do it though. Try. You will be surprised with what you can come up with when you say, okay,
Absolutely.
these items are off the table. I'm telling you, I'm like, I've been having to get real creative with my outfits because I'm like, okay, like I've already set the tone that like I slay, and I'm like, okay, now I have to like keep this going.
Right.
I have 10 items of clothing.
And let me tell you, it's very hard when you have pinned yourself as the fashionista at work.
Oh
and let me tell you, before I had to wear the uniform at work, I was like, okay, I'm slaying. Like, I am that bitch. And then they're like, you have to wear this ugly ass polo. And I was like,
what?
Stop. Why would you do that to me? You were just telling me I was killing it, and now I'm going to get killed. But, friends, if you have to wear a polo to work, this is my go-to.
Yep.
Just put a sweater on top. Put a sweater on top. Poke the collar out. You could do you could do any hairstyle with it. You could do your hair down. You could do your hair up. You could do like a slick back. You could do anything. Super cute.
Yep.
Also, putting on like a cute little cardigan. Hide it as best as you can.
Do you like a cute pant? Like a fun pant?
Cute pant. I love a good corduroy.
Shoe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow the rule of 2/3, which is what?
Right.
Your body is in thirds. So your face, your hair, and your clothes. You need 2 out of 3 need to be on point before you leave the house. And that's just like, obviously, it's like, it just makes you feel better as a person. I'm like, okay, the outfit could not be giving, but you know what? I'm going to go hard on my hair, and my makeup is going to just slice hose down the street.
Right. Absolutely.
Boom. Then it doesn't even matter what my outfit is.
Right. They can't even say what your outfit is because you look good.
They're like, oh my God, your makeup. Oh. Or if the outfit is slaying, maybe the hair's going in a ponytail.
Right. You can go slack. You can go 10 on everything, but you can slack on other things. You get a pass.
Exactly.
As far as dressing, we've talked about the fashion. You need to try whatever. Okay. This is something I had to learn. You are going to dress yourself for the event that you are going to, not for how you are getting there.
No.
If you have to suffer for a little for the how you're getting there, you're going to have to.
You suffer.
Because something I learned is that if I'm dressing, let's say it's 20 degrees outside, freezing, cold.
Frigid.
But when you get to your event and you're wearing leggings,
a tank top, long johns, jeans, a sweater, long
too
sleeve,
much.
and
you're
going to
be sweating. You're going to be sweating, and that's not fun. So I've learned to dress for where I'm going, and not. You can put other things on top, like invest in a good coat.
Oh yeah.
Invest in like things like that are easily 2 jackets, accessible. Something. Yep. That you can just easily take off, because taking off your leggings and your long johns at work is a pain in the ass. And now where are you going to put that? You brought your Lululemon crossbody. You didn't bring a bag to work, so now you have to hold your leggings in your hand. How embarrassing! Personal experience.
You just have laundry at work,
right? So personal experience. Yeah, Jennifer, would you like to speak on that?
I would say, as a slight counter to this, as someone who I need a layer, like I just need a layer, a singular layer plus the layer of whatever item of clothing I'm wearing. So I'm like, even if I'm wearing a sweater, I'm going to put a tank top underneath. One, honestly, it's because I genuinely believe I have hyperhidrosis. So it's to collect the sweat and then put the sweater on, because if I'm just wearing the sweater, like it's giving Ring of Fire on the side. So I'm like, you know what? The tank top is absorbing that liquid.
Side note, can I tell you a story about the Ring of Fire? If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Ring of Fire is this ride at any local state fair, county fair, whatever. I think I couldn't have been anything. I think I was like 7, 8, maybe, or maybe I was older. I don't know. But what I feel like I was 7 or 8, and my family had went to the fair. Me and my cousins, and the Miami-Dade County Youth Fair. Shout out, be there, be fair. And me and my cousin were like, we're gonna go on this ride. They had like forced us to basically like if we didn't do it, like we were babies. And we're like, we're not babies. So we went. I have never felt like I was up on the brink of death.
Is that the one that goes like this?
It's a circle, and it goes up, and it stops at the top. So you're basically hanging forward. But keep in mind, at that time, me and especially my cousin, we were very little for our age. Yeah. Like very skinny, very little. So the restraints
it's giving
were
30
not
pounds
enough.
soaking wet.
Like I was closer to the mesh holding us in than I was to the seat. My ankles, my wrist was white. Like I've never been on the brink of death in that moment. And that's something that my cousin Joshua, I'm so glad that we lived to tell the tale because oh my god, like we almost died that day. I had to hold on so like like pushing, doing like basically a push-up to hold ourselves closer to the chair. We almost died that day, and I feel like it kind of broke. If I'm remembering clearly, Joshua, you can text me about this later. I feel like it kind of broke and we were like stuck on the top for longer than we should have been. Or maybe it was just because we were like little and like a minute felt like 10 hours. I don't know. Joshua texted me, but God, that was scary.
That sounds terrifying.
So yeah, that's my Ring of Fire story. Continue. Continue.
So like layers.
Yes, layers.
But yeah, I just need a layer. Just one singular layer.
I think you can have one layer. I'm just saying, just don't go exaggerated. Yeah, like I'm telling you, that day that I wore the leggings over the long johns, over the jeans, like I felt it was just a little too much. And like, you know what? That's a journey that I feel everybody has to go on. But I'm just telling you here and now, like the leggings aren't a good idea. I'm just gonna tell you right here. Yeah, and that's why I kind of say like layers are overrated. Not because you should have 0 layers. I'm just saying
have layers, but
don't go crazy. Right. Again, dress for the event. If you know you're gonna be running around with children all day, maybe don't do the extra layer. That's all I'm saying.
Know where you're going and dress for
know where you're going.
Know where you're going instead of dressing for the transportation, the route.
Right.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. But again, tank, long john, own one together, a tank and a long john, fine.
Right. If you're wearing pants.
Legging jeans, you don't need it. You don't need it.
You don't need it.
I promise. Don't need it. Because wherever you're going, they're cranking that heat. Fact.
And that's the other thing. Like, wherever you're going, the heat is going to be on. So if you're doing all these fucking layers, you're going to be sweating. Like, you're going to die.
So much
That's
for
what
your
I'm saying.
outfit.
If we're going to layer, over layers, not under layers, is my thing.
Right.
I'd rather wear 2 jackets than like wear like a regular zip up and an overcoat than do the unders, because I can take the overcoats no problem off. Right. And I can put them in coat check. So that's all I'm saying.
That's the other thing too. It's like, understand, like if you are wearing 10 jackets, like babe, you're gonna have to pay for each and every one of those coat checks. So invest in like a good outer layer,
right,
to hold yourself. Also,
my favorite is my comforter. Insert picture. I love her.
See, like I personally cannot wear puffer. Like I just feel like it makes me look like a balloon. I feel like
I look like a balloon completely, but depending on where I'm going, if I'm just gonna go walk Luna, I'm gonna wear my comforter. If I'm just going to work, I'm wearing my comforter. Fine. If I'm going to go out, I'm not wearing my comforter. That's embarrassing.
I just so if you're like, oh my god, I'm cold, and invest in a good trench. Invest in a good XYZ. Like
Right.
find something cute enough that you could be like, okay, do I feel like a sleigh in this? Okay, then
Absolutely.
boom, buy that.
I agree.
Invest in a good outerwear, because you're gonna need it. Okay, you're gonna need it.
Invest.
Yeah, invest.
Our last point is do the winter activities. Do not
Please.
stay home just because it's cold. And like I told you when we were talking about our transition to fall, I love going out in the wintertime because I feel like because people are staying home, it's less crowded.
Yeah.
It's more of an effort. Like it's more rewarding, I feel like,
It's
to
more
go out.
intentional.
Right.
Yeah.
It's more intentional. That's the word I was looking for. It's more intentional because you are having to put in more effort to go out, you know?
Right.
Like it's not like a quick, let me put on a tube top
yeah.
and and just like go outside, and like you have to plan for it and
Right.
you know, find activities that are inside with your friends, like, and you know, just have a good time. Like there are activities for you to do, and depending on where you live, like they're catering to you. Like they want your
Right.
business, so go find them.
Please.
Right.
Please. And you guys, honestly, I think that that is truly the cure for seasonal depression. Like seasonal depression is real, you guys.
It's real.
Very real. I experienced it, like not even a lot, but like enough. To where it's just like, because you're holed up in your house and then it's getting dark at 2 o'clock, and then you're
Right.
literally just like, it just feels like the world is ending, and then you just feed into that, and it's so easy, and then you haven't left your house in days and then weeks and then months, and then you're like, oh my god, it's spring again. It's such an easy slippery slope.
Right.
If you want a little bit of sanity in your life, like make sure that you are still being social and you are forcing yourself, even though it's cold. Yes, it's cold. Like Kale said, you're not cold, it's cold outside. So
Right.
get
And
that out
like
of
I
your
said
head.
before, people are catering to the winter. It's not like you're
Right.
going to the places that you've been to before and it's going to be freezing outside. Like they're going to have a
Right.
heat lamp more than
Right.
for sure they're going to have a heat lamp. Like they're going to have a coat check. Like they're catering to you. This
Right.
isn't like you're not going to go somewhere that has like an outdoor patio and they're not going
No.
to give you a heat lamp. Like you're going to be okay. Like more
You'll
than
be
likely
fine.
you're going to actually be hot than be
You're
cold
gonna sweat.
outside.
Fact.
Right.
You're gonna sweat.
So
Like,
I would implore you, do not let the cold bring you back.
no. Beat the cold. Okay? Continue to live your life. Continue to do your things. If anything, plan more things than you normally do.
Right.
Because
Go,
you
and
need to
it's
stimulate yourself.
we're in a holiday season, you know.
Yeah.
Go to the stupid Christmas market. Like even if that's not your thing, just go to the Christmas
Why
market.
not?
Go window shopping on your like I know every city has a street that has windows that are pretty. Go check them out.
Right.
Go
And
to your
that's if you're
tree
like,
lighting.
do something. If you're like,
Except
I want to be inside, find an art gallery. I don't know what to tell you.
right.
Go to a restaurant. Go to a bar.
Go
Go
to
be
the
with
pop-ups.
people.
There's so many Christmas pop-ups. Go to the Christmas pop-ups. Go to all the things because it's nice. And at the end of the day, you're never going to say like that wasn't fun. Like you're
Right.
going to have
Oh,
a
I
good time.
regret going.
You might say you were cold, but like honestly grow up.
If the one takeaway that you got from the whole night of festivities with your friends, whatever, so on and so forth, is that you were cold, I'm gonna need you to check yourself.
But did you have fun?
Right.
But did you have fun while you were cold? Maybe you didn't listen to your bestie Kellyanne and you didn't say it was cold outside. Maybe you thought you were cold, but it was really cold outside. So,
and if you're someone who struggles with gearing the confidence or just the drive to literally get up, maybe you have a winter buddy. It's a bestie. It could be a fellow bestie. It could be, a sister, a cousin, a pal, a coworker, whatever. Where
right.
you guys are like, you know what? You both are like, we don't want to be inside, during this winter time. Let's go outside together. And I think that's a cool way, like, oh, I saw this spot on TikTok, like, let's go check it out. And making those
Right.
plans together, and you have a buddy.
Or
So it's
even like being a tourist in your own city. There's a lot of things I'm
Yeah.
sure you have not done. And
Come on.
sometimes being a tourist is fun. Like you discover new things.
All
Or
the time.
even if you're redoing the things you've already done, you gain a bigger appreciation for them simply because you're doing them
Absolutely.
again.
And you're doing them again, and now you're doing it from a completely different perspective. And
Right.
it's like, you
Or
can think
even,
about
like-
the time when you did
Right.
this, you were like, all I dreamed about was living here, and now I do. Like, that's incredible.
Right. Or even seeing things from different seasons. Like going to the
Yeah.
same thing in different seasons is cool because it's like, oh wow, this is a completely different experience. Like
Exactly.
it's different.
You
But yeah,
guys,
having a
like,
buddy is essential to even, like you said, get out of bed. Like the other day, girl, I was struggling. I did not want to go to work. I was about to call out sick, even though I was healthy as a clam.
Oh yeah.
I had to call Jennifer to be like, I can't get out of bed. She didn't answer, but she was outside, so that made me be like, all right, if Jennifer's
Right.
outside, I gotta go.
The fact that I was up and at him, it's like,
Right. I
fuck.
was like, okay, fine, I'll go.
So it's
So,
just like, again,
Find your buddy.
get your buddy, get your bestie. Maybe it's you and your bestie. Y'all do these things, and that's what best friends are for.
Right.
Even if it's like we are literally not in the same location,
Right.
but if it's like, hey,
But
you
yeah,
haven't seen
and
sunlight
even
in a
in that
couple
moment,
days.
if Jennifer would have answered, it would have simply just been, bitch, get up. Like, get up. Come
Let's
on.
go.
You can do it.
Chop chop, vice versa. Like,
Right.
you guys, it's really, you got to do it. You got to do it to keep yourself sane, because it's so it is so
It's so easy.
You just stay and you're bundled up, you're warm. Oh,
Your bed is your best friend. I know me and my
you've
bed
been-
have a great relationship.
oh, wonderful. And now you're ordering Uber Eats 3 times a day, and you're wondering,
Mhm.
I don't even know what time it is outside.
And it's funny because once you start going outside, the places that you've never even seen the inside of or know the location of the places you're ordering on Uber Eats, and you finally see them in person, you're like, oh my God, it's right there. That's crazy. When did you guys get here? I order you guys all the time. I've never stepped in the establishment. There's this one taco place. I've never stepped in the establishment. And I was out eating at another place, and I was like, that's my taco place. I didn't even know that was there. That's crazy.
Look at that.
They're great
Literally,
tacos. I've never been inside.
Never.
So maybe go to the place that you're going to order on Uber Eats. Just go.
Just go sit down. Leave the house. If there's
Leave your
one thing
house.
we can tell you,
At
need to leave the
least
house
once a
during winter.
week, besides your
Yes.
job. Your
Yeah.
job is a must. Obviously, you're leaving your house for your job. That doesn't count, friends.
Right.
Leave your house once a week. If it's to go do errands or to go hang out with your friends, go
You need to
do
be
something
social.
outside of your mandatory obligations.
Correct. Be social. Be social. Once a week, please.
Once
for
a week.
yourself.
Right.
It's for your mental health, please. Wow.
Wow.
I didn't even think that's the turn that we were going to take on this late night.
But
But here we
hey,
are.
with some wine, I just finished my glass. Oh, I have one more sip.
Oh,
Thank you. But yeah, wrapping up. We're gonna give you some fixations from the week prior because we know you guys missed us and you want to know how our week was. So mine is driving. I know I alluded to it before when I rented the car,
come on, drive.
but there's something so simple. There's something so simple as just like
It's
eating
gorge.
Taco Bell
Oh,
in your
late at night.
car, going to Publix in your car. I just love like the quickness of it. It's just like boom bop. I'm gonna go to
Oh, I'm
CVS for 10
hungry.
minutes.
Oh, I
Right.
need to go grab 10 different items for 16 different stores.
Absolutely.
Let's do it right now.
Drive-throughs, like the simplicity of a drive-through. Oh, I love her.
It
Miss
hits so
it.
hard.
Just be like, yes,
It's
hi.
Can I have a blah, 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 blah? Thank you.
I will also say another fixation odd here. If you guys have a chicken salad chicks next to your place of living, you need to go. Chicken salad chicks, please sponsor us. I love you. I think
It's
about
good.
you always. Your potato soup doesn't compare anywhere else. It's so delicious. I don't know what you guys do to make it pink, but I haven't figured it out yet, and it's driving me nuts. I love chicken salad chicks. It's so delicious.
It's good. It's very good.
It's very
It's so good. Oh my god.
This is so delicious. That's the that was the first thing I got when I got home. Was the chicken salad chicks. So
you know what was the first thing I got? Which is also my fixation of the week.
Okay.
A pub sub. Actually, oh, thank you. Publix was my fixation.
On the list of things we want to be sponsored, Publix, please sponsor us. Chili's, please sponsor us, please. If we can have nothing else in this world, Chili's and Publix, if you sponsor us, like, life is made.
I have realized since moving to New York City, the city is great. It's amazing. It's wonderful, beautiful, all the things. One thing it's not good at, a grocery store. Yeah. I think the closest thing we have to a good grocery store is the new Wegmans that just opened up. Slay to them. However, I come from grocery greatness.
Right.
And I don't think people really understand. So for our internationals and also our non-Floridian listeners,
or even non-Publix havers, because I think Tennessee, Georgia, whatever, non-Florida havers,
non-Publix, right? If you're a non-Publix,
that's what I meant.
Publix,
non-Publix havers. That's what I meant.
If you have never,
if you don't have a Publix,
if you don't have a Publix in your life, I am so sorry. Can't relate.
Right.
Publix is not a grocery store. Like,
where shopping is a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
It is. I can waste away in a Publix for years. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's excellent, especially the Publix near us when they did the remodel. Oh. Drop me off in there at 12 p.m. Pick me up at 7 p.m. I will be there.
I love it.
And I will have so many things to do. You guys.
I love, I don't know what it is, man. Like,
for me, the branding is so sexy. Like,
the branding is great.
Green
for
and the
me,
white?
I think it's the old people. I love an old grocer. If you are 70 plus and you should be retired, but you're just doing this for the pure joy of your heart, I love you. I think that's really, because, like, listen, my grocery stores here in Chicago, they're not terrible. Do I go often?
You have good ones.
But it's missing.
Yours are great.
It's something that it's really the disconnect, because Midwesterners are great. They're very kind.
They're so nice. Oh my God.
But, like, the grocery stores are they're missing heart. Mm-hmm. I need a viejo to tell me about his day. I need him to ask me about mine.
You remind him of
his daughter. Yeah, and he's so proud of me. I miss that. I miss my viejos at Publix. I really do. Even just the shoppers. And maybe that's just because it's Florida and, like, that's where all the old people are. I don't know. But I just love it. Especially, like, every Publix is a different experience. Like, if you go to the Publix... Yeah. So we have Spanish Publix, we have regular Publix.
Oh,
Spanish Publix.
Let me tell you something about the Spanish Publix. The croquetas.
Food on 10. Oh, tell me about it.
And
that's another fixation.
Croquetas at Publix, low key,
are the best croquetas in your life.
The bakeries. Yeah, sorry.
They do. The chicken croquetas at Publix, they slap harder than any croqueta I've ever had in my life. I love the chicken croquetas at Publix.
And Killian is a Cuban American. I don't think there's anyone that can give you a better.
The coffee at Publix is so good. If you go to the Spanish ones, like, they're just specific. I just love Publix.
The Diet Coke at Publix.
Pub sub, chicken tender sub.
Ooh, the hot foods, the cold foods that you can heat up later.
The cold foods. The
chicken tenders, just oh my God. You guys, we love Publix here. If you can't
We love
tell.
Publix. We heart it. I love her.
We really do. And I think it's just like it's
we should have
so
talked to
sad.
somebody while we were home to like be like, can you please sponsor our podcast? Like we love
No.
Publix.
Literally, because wow.
Wow.
Where shopping is a pleasure, and literally
It is a pleasure.
I've talked to my coworkers, and I'm literally like, just
Nobody gets it.
I was raving about Publix before I even freaking left New York City. And they were like, oh my God, like I only hear good things about it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, because it's the best.
It's amazing.
It's the
And nothing
best.
compares. But yeah, we heart you, Publix. Please sponsor us.
Love you.
Moving on.
Yeah,
Jennifer,
we gotta
what is your song of the week?
My song of the week. We're throwing it back. I'm really gonna expose myself right now. This is one of my favorite songs of all
It's
time.
the West Palm. It's the West Palm showing. It's not you. It's West Palm.
I don't even know, because it's like, who is this? My song of the week is "How You Remind Me" by Nickelback. Before the pitchforks come out,
Give him a sample. Give him a sample.
this is how you remind me of what I really am. I'm sorry.
So good.
First of all, why does everyone hate Nickelback? Like, I don't get it.
I
I
don't
don't
know what
get
it is, man. I don't know why people hate Nickelback so hard.
But it's like, you say "How You Remind Me," you say "Rockstar," they're like, immediately, and I'm like, but like, what did
Why?
Nickelback do to you?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. But you
Maybe
know
we
what?
missed
I
something
think
in pop culture. I don't know.
maybe. I don't know. Nickelback, we love you. Sometimes.
It's an incredible song. It's really just the one song. And honest to God, I only know 3 songs by Nickelback. I know that one, "Rockstar," and "Photograph." Look at this photograph.
Is that Nickelback?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I just think of the Vine where it's like the graph.
Look at this graph.
Simple humor. But anyways, yeah, it's a pop and it's a slay. And if you want to lie, go ahead. You can lie to yourself, but don't lie to me.
Lie to your mother, not to us.
Good night. On that
yeah.
note, Kellyanne, what is your song of the week?
Throwing it back again. I'm Your Baby Tonight by Whitney Houston. It came on in an Amazon store the other day.
Oof.
And wow. I was like, y'all ain't playing in here. Like, this
Come
is some
on.
good vibes. I was
First
like,
of
I
all,
haven't heard
Whitney,
her in a minute.
Queen.
Period.
And that
Dancing with the
specific
Stars did a
song-
Whitney night. If you guys didn't watch that, you need to. Give the queen her flowers.
Oh my God. Whitney Houston, gone too soon, literally. Like,
Rip. She taught me about Newark,
literally?
New Jersey. That's where she got buried. I didn't know that was a place. Until Whitney Houston.
This is not supposed to be funny.
It is funny because I didn't know where Newark, New Jersey was. I thought they were like misspelling it. I was like, you mean New York? You idiots.
New York, New Jersey.
Newark. Newark, New Jersey. I'm like, why is she getting married? Like, she's getting buried in New York. Why are they misspelling it?
Oh my God. That is too funny.
But yeah. Rest in peace, Bobby Christina. Rest in peace, Whitney Houston. Is she dead?
Yeah, she died too.
Rest in peace, Bobby Christina.
Literally.
But yeah, guys.
That song's
what an episode.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on our late night journey with us with our wine skis, sponsored by Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir.
Titus, thank you.
You can follow us on our socials, on Instagram, on not Twitter, on Facebook, on TikTok. I think that's it. On YouTube.
On YouTube at
Besties.
Also, if you'd like to leave us a little note or some advice or anything, or you want to chat with us or you love us, be sure to hit us up at our email on callbesties@gmail.com with the subject line, "What would the besties do?" or WWTBD.
You can also follow our personal socials at Kaylian_Dominguez and Jennifer
Jen Chocolate.
Period. Yeah, what a great week.
Slay.
Thank you guys for being so patient with us as we took a break for Thanksgiving. We missed you.
Yes.
We hope that
And we're
you
giving you
listened
this
to the
extra juicy episode. Just
extra
'cause,
juicy,
you know,
extra long, just for you. We love you guys, and we will see you next week.
had a lovely time chatting with you, babes. But
We really did.
we gotta go. We gotta go.
So,
So bye.
bye.